Okay, well, now we have this mic on. But now I'm just this disembodied head. Please enjoy my voice. I am merely a disembodied head. There's nothing more to it. Strangely, I kind of expected a little bit more bass response out of this microphone. Could be because of the filter that I have on it. Just a little bit different. So, how are you guys? I'm waiting for everybody to join the stream. This is not the traditional way I stream, for those of you that are wondering. This is quite different from the usual. But hey, we're having fun. A lot of fun. And this is why most people don't give me a microphone. Because hey, suddenly everything's an advertisement! Yeah, kind of run out of things to say. I might as well just turn the visuals on. Hey, we're back. But we're not really back until people show up. Like, we're kind of bored until then. I don't know. I just have to find something to fill the time. I could make puns. What's brown and sticky? A stick. That sums up the style of jokes that my family makes. It's quite ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna have to drink water a lot more often during the stream because my throat's already kind of rough, so it might go out. By the end, I might be talking like this. But for now, wait, that was weird. I don't know what is happening right now. It could be something to do with what's in the water. But hey man, I don't know. Could be the water, could be me. They never tell me, man. Okay, I'm surprised we only have one person in here right now. There were a few people waiting. Semi-waiting. But yeah, as you could probably tell, I'm in a really weird mood right now. I think this is like the point to where... Oh, actually, I need to turn the lights on in the back. One sec. No, don't stop when you're halfway through saying something that could potentially be interesting. It's super annoying when that happens. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of in one of those moods where I'm a little bit giddy. Excuse me. Also, one of the things you might have noticed is a lot of people when they're like doing long sessions in YouTube, like for instance, when you have like I don't know, popular YouTubers are recording, and then you're like, and you kind of wonder why like they burp a lot while they're recording. The reason is because I've found when you talk in situations like this for a long time, you actually, it like causes the air bubbles in your stomach to rise up. And yeah, like this is not production focused at all, as you could tell. But yeah, it causes the air bubbles to rise up. So when you're doing like long sessions where you're talking or you're like doing Let's Plays or anything like that, you're a lot more likely to burp than if you're just normally hanging out, you know, playing games. So that's why. And that's why a lot of them go, yeah, for a second. Easiest way to mask a burp is to make it sound like it's not a burp and it's like something really weird. Okay, so who's in the stream right now? I see someone's watching it, but I'm not quite sure who that is. Yeah, okay, so I don't have that much to do in the meantime other than just start messing around with serum. So that's a thing I can do. That's a thing I can do. I'm definitely waiting on a Vardy because he should give us something to do here. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna kick into some sort of rant about something. I'm not sure what though. Ooh, I could kind of want to mess around with sausage fattener. Have some fun. See what we could do with that. I need a kick. I lost my last session. I closed it. What a pity. So curious, who is the one person watching me right now? Or they might not have a YouTube account. Heathen. Oh my gosh. That's kind of funny. The one person that was watching it just as I said that, the stream statistic starts to look like this. Little. One person watching it, back down to 0. Maybe I should do something production oriented. Because I know it's going to be like really annoying for those people that are watching the recording. And all the other are watching the recording like, yeah, it is. So I should probably just get into something here. Yeah, I could feel my voice is like, it has like this extra bite to it right now. So I probably won't be able to go too long. Just because you can tell my voice kind of sounds like I'm going like this. A little bit more than usual. Okay, so I actually haven't gone through a lot of presets in Serum, so I don't really know what it really sounds like. I don't know. We'll go through some of these. That's cool. It sounds like it's like talking. Someone please make that into a GIF. Like, there are so many good dubstep presets for Serum. It's crazy. That's like a really cool looking wavetable. Pretty neat. Sounds like someone trying to start something almost. That's really weird. That's like not the best one I've heard. It just kind of sounds like someone's messing with the filter and they don't know what they're doing. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, Avardi, you're back. It's as you can probably tell, I'm not doing anything right now. Were you able to get it uploaded? How long am I planning on streaming for? I have no idea. Because I think what's going to stop me first is my voice going out. I'm not sure, though. Because you could probably tell right now, this is kind of what happens after I do a long streaming session. But you guys don't really get to catch it. Because when I stop talking, it sets in. So you can probably hear my... oh, it's still uploading? Oh, darn. But yeah, so my voice is probably going to get to a point where it's like, nope, we're done. And then I'll have to stop, so... That's probably what's going to stop me. Man, 30 minutes. Okay, well, might be able to do it. Where did I hear that? Oh, that's what it was, that one song. That's kind of funny. That's a very uninteresting change. Kind of just like rings a little. Ugh. That's annoying. Yeah, I hope we'll have time for it. Worst case, maybe I'll have time tomorrow, depending on how I end up prioritizing things. Yeah. I would love to give you feedback on your track. Also, one of the things I'm interested in seeing is I'm interested in seeing if I could take a mix like yours and make it sound really nice. I'm not sure, though. Just because when you have, like, bounced audio, you're kind of limited in what you could do in some regards. You can't, like, change notes. You can't adjust the synthesizer itself, and whatever processing is done on it is already done on it, so you can't, like, undo that. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. It'll be interesting on my part. I want to see how tough it is because, as I said, I want to start doing mixing services. So, yeah, just because, like, when you have a synthesizer and then you put, like, EQ, compression, and everything else on it, what that can do is it can change the dynamics. Oh my gosh, my voice is really going out. It could change the dynamics, or it could adjust the... it could kind of, like, create this weird shape over the top of the EQ, and that would cause it to, like, if you have this weird shape in the audio, and you wanted to kind of get it flat again, you'd have to use an EQ to bring that back. And quite frankly, I'm now thinking I cannot go as long as I wanted to go because you can already hear my voice is starting to go like, but I don't know. Maybe I just need more practice, and there's like a certain way that I need to be talking in order to have a more sustained ability to. Oh, that's why I was wondering why. Because like I did a 30-minute mastering EDM with FL Studio. I did a 30-minute video of that today, and then I did the stream, and now I'm doing this. So it's probably going to be more than my voice can handle, but we'll see. I want to have a blast. This is like really high and thin. That's a bit more feasible for actually using. Yeah, I am drinking water, but it's kind of like, it's to the point to where, like my throat's not really bothering me like it was before. I should have been drinking water earlier. That's probably a thing. So, but hey, Christian, you're back. Awesome. I think I just need to talk a little bit louder like this. I don't know. But, because if I talk like this, no. If I talk like this, it's okay as well. That's probably a little bit better. Instead of talking louder, I'll just talk quieter. Just get a little bit close to the mic, you know, a little ASMR. Hi guys. You like burgers? I like burgers. I also like EDM and trance. But you know what I really like? I really like female vocalists. Yeah, that is like, to be honest, that's one of the things that like I really, really like. Whenever you have a good track and then you have a good vocalist, it's just like Cloud9. It's the best thing to listen to. So that's why I want to get married to a vocalist. Because that'd be the best thing ever. Everyone is like wondering what's wrong with me at this point. To answer that thought, I don't know, but there probably is something wrong with me. Is it ironic that just now I switched the preset and it's called Sanity? It's like the plugins trying to tell me something. Oh my gosh, the timing could not have been better for that one. That's so funny. I am a sinner. Ooh, that's a nice pluck. I like that sound. It's very calming. This is one of the most annoying things about getting presets off the internet. Sometimes they use sounds that you don't have, and I have no idea where you get them. So you get like half a preset. In this case, it's no preset. Yeah, okay, so I guess in the meantime, since it's going to take a while for Vardy's track to upload, I guess I really don't want to, but I think I will. I have a project that we could actually hop into, and I didn't want to do it because I wanted to kind of keep it secret and then just release it, but I'm not all that impressed by it anymore. So I say not all that impressed by it, but it's like, it's kind of like, oh, this is great at the time. That you go back and you're like, yeah, it's pretty good. So it's not like as great as I thought it was. I have no idea where it is though. Or I could do this. We could flesh this one out. Oh, I like this one. Whoa, that's big. Huh. It's like throwing stuff across my screen. Ligga-digga-dum, dum, dum, ligga-digga-dum, dum, dum, ligga-digga-dum, dum. It'd be so ironic if I got content ID'd for that. You idiot! Why are you singing on my show? Okay, so what this is... As you can tell, it's not fleshed out. Ugh, what was that? Ugh. It is not fleshed out over here. We've got like a lot of work to do. So, not sure where to start. Do we want to start with a bass line or like a chord progression to go under it? I don't know. It might be easier to just do a chord progression. Da 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 do 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 da do 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 do. Excuse me. Okay. What is on my master channel strip? Lunar number 6. We'll pull that off for now. We're gonna do a bass first? Okay. That's actually probably the better way to go now I think about it. Because what that'll let us do is then we could have like a really rolling bass line that like really fits it. So it's a... So... I'm gonna do this for now. Not quite. And then we'll go find a nice bass. Bass hard. We'll try that. Want kind of something a bit more plucky though. It's too loud. Oh, wow, that one. This is great for like... Oh, wait. I'm in the heavies. I shouldn't just be going, like, hard basses. That's cool. Those are cool basses, let's be honest, but not for this track. Okay, that is heavy. Yeah, I think my voice is getting a little bit happier because now I'm talking at a quieter level. Ouch. I'm starting to think that Serum isn't the right choice for this bass line. It's like everything's way too hard. Kind of like, oh wait, terminal wait. Oh, these might actually be better. I'm not sure. Okay. See you in a bit then, Navardi. Oh, you know what I'll do? I actually have a better idea. We're not going to use serum at all. We're going to go to EXS, and we're going to freaking drop in a electric bass. Yeah. Bring that down an octave. And then, because you can't it's just a rule. You can't have a bass without dropping sausage fattener on it. Okay, so we can't do this high. Now, one would actually not assume that there is a finesse in using sausage fattener, but there actually is. It's like as weird of a plugin it is in terms of like the fact that it has fatness and color and gain, and that's it. And it's a very corny plugin in this sort of sense, and the fact that it's only $30, you'd think it's like, well, you just drop it on and turn it up, but there's actually like, you could balance in. Like the color was actually really nice to watch or listen how it swept through, and you could kind of hear the difference in tone adjusting as you move the color one. So I kind of got it to where it was just like sitting on the sweet spot of where the bass was, and it really kind of rubbed that one. Yes, that is very true. It can kill dynamics pretty fast. However, that's not quite what I'm worried about yet. I'm going to drop a weird compressor on it just because I want to try a weird compressor though. So. Okay, and then I'm going to drop a compressor on here. And we're going to use the regular compressor, except we're not going to use a regular compressor. Because there's a Platinum Digital here, which is basically just like our perfect digital compressor. And we're going to try something instead. We're going to use a vintage FET, I believe. Now, the thing is, I don't really know how to listen for this compressor. because I don't really use it that much. So, okay, and then one of the things I'm going to do is cheat a little bit, turn the sustain down and the decay, have it short. So we'll set the decay first. And then just do that. And ideally as well, one of the things I could do is I could adjust all these. Select all of them, and then just bring them back a tiny bit, right there. And then what I do instead is have the release deal with this. Except one of the things you need to make sure you do is only have 2 voices or 1 voice. Yeah, you need 2 voices. Okay, and then to make things a little bit more realistic, I'm going to take the notes that change. And I don't usually do this. And I'm going to shorten them a little bit more because the idea is when you change notes, you have a lot fast. You have a shorter note there because you got to switch the other note in time. I think I'm going to try to shorten those a little bit more. And I think that's sounding good. Now, on the other hand, this particular synth is sounding super harsh, so... Okay, and then our bass, I need to change the EQ a little bit. There we go, that's what it needs. And then, now that it's EQ'd right, okay, sweet. So I think that's sounding good. And then we'll I'm trying to come up with ideas for note progressions for this one. So we'll found it off this. And this would not hold up in a real track. And just to let you guys know, ideally you want to have a chord progression that is unique throughout. What am I doing here? Okay, so I need delete that. But in my case, I'm just kind of like making this track because I like the sound of the track and I kind of want to continue it, but I don't want to like fully flesh it out into this really nice thing just because we don't have time for that today. So, so realistically, you wouldn't like repeat the same pattern twice. You'd usually want to have it so over the whole 8-bar loop, it's unique. Now, there are different styles, so you don't necessarily have to follow that sort of reasoning. You can do it whatever you want in terms of the length of the loop, but you know, it just, the more impressive tracks when it comes to like progressive house tend to have that sort of, you know, that sort of longer section. For some reason, it just kind of like gives it this more prestigious sound, I guess. And then we need to make a little chord here. Oh, that sounds terrible. Yeah, it just sounds horrible. The first chord is okay. Let me just actually run an actual synth on there. So, probably want to go with synth master on this one. So hot in here. It's crazy. Like, the irony is I get a serum sounding synth the instant I pop open synth master. Let's go to leads. Pad, lead. Where's my trancey sounds when you need them, for crying out loud? Trance. Let's make all the trance sounds. There we go. Let me turn down the volume level. What am I thinking? I don't need a chord progression. Or not a chord progression. I don't need a fancy chord progression. Okay, so I know what I need. This is the wrong spot to put a note, though. Wow, that's really far away from where it should be. There we go. This is what we need, sweet. Then we'll make an octave. Okay, that's too deep, so we'll pull that up. Sweet, now we need to find a synthesizer that'll fit it. Like a rave synth. Whoops, forgot to pull the other one up. Is this even polyphonic? Why is multi-voice not working? It looks like it's set up to use it. No, 16? There we go, that's better. Okay, and then since we have stuff in the stereo field already, we sit this in a mono. So we're going to go to unison is going to be off. And then adjust all the pan on these so that it's... Oh, this one's multiple voice. Okay, so we just go stereo spread is off. Actually, we'll just have it up a little bit. And pardon me for a minute. I'm going to see if I could... There we go. Now you can actually see a little better. Well, not that it matters to see me that much, but, you know. There we go. And the problem is, you could hear there's a lot of clashing between the bass line and this now. So we'll try to EQ this out, see how it goes, and then... Okay, now I can turn up the stereo on a little bit. It won't conflict quite as much with that EQ. Okay, so... Okay, so now we have this generally nice tone. We gotta do two things. First of all, pull off the delay and reverb. And then we gotta turn off that reverb. No send. No send. You have no idea how unbelievably hot it is in here right now. It's crazy. And then we're gonna get a reverb here. Space Designer. What up? Get anyone who's in the stream right now and it's the first time they've been in a stream, because I'm streaming at a really weird time, let me know. Curious. Then we'll get a hall here. Okay, hey, system overload, fun stuff. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add a proximity. So audio units, Tokyo Dawn Lab, TDR Labs, yeah, proximity. And pull this back in the mix. Without messing with the stereo width. Actually, no, maybe we should. Let's try that. Okay, and then I'm going to try to move these up an octave and see what happens. Okay, I kind of want to add a kick. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if a kick's actually going to work. That's a good one. And yeah, let's try to find a kick in A. Ooh, that's a good one too. A. Nah, not so nice. That was pretty good. And any other A kicks? Kicks in the key of A. Key of A. Ooh, that one's kind of round. That one too. They're all round. Like Sonic the Hedgehog. I think I might just go for the first kick that we heard. Not the first one, but the first kick in A. Kind of like that one. Go back up here. It was A. There we go. Kind of like this one. Hey! I'm seeing a new face. Sadko EU? Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, Avarti? Did it finish? You good? Load. I'm just hoping that, like, all the stems are in wave, 16-bit wave at least. Okay, so grab all these, drop the gain. Negative. And 10. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Just go ahead and send me the link if you haven't already. I should check before I say that. Okay. I'm not seeing the link anywhere. So send me the link, and then as soon as you confirm that you sent it, then I'll go grab that, and we can go ahead and hop into that. So, gotta get onto this one and go, cable guys, volume shapers, sweet. And then drop a nice side chain on this. We'll go with that one. Should be snappy enough. Yeah, you could just send me the link through SoundCloud. That's fine. Okay. This one's way too boomy. I need to, like, really tighten up this kick. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use the nice way to tighten things up. So we got, make sure we have all these selected, and then we're going to fade out like yay. And just kind of bring that back. Hey, AMX, we were just talking about you and how awesome you were. Actually, not just, but like the first stream we were. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. This is going to be fun. Okay, so I imagine it's insanely hot. Actually, it's starting to cool down outside, so hopefully we'll won't be suffering too much. But let's see here. Is it link? Okay, so yeah, we'll get to that in a second. As soon as Vardy's got that up, I will download the stems and we will try to remix Vardy's track. So we'll see how that goes. Could be cool stuff. I think this one's just got like too much harmonics that kind of round it out for me to use it right now. Okay, here's a way to find out. Easy way to find out. Could be. think I need like a multi-presser right now. But I really don't want to use a multi-band compressor. Okay. Talk to you through SoundCloud? What? Not quite sure what you mean, Avardi. Yeah. Thanks, Alex. Yeah. No, we'll try to do some, I'm going to try to do some multi-band compression, but it ain't going to go over well. Multipressor. So have it peak. That's a bit more punching and not quite this rounded muddy. I think I like that better. Yep, I will check. Okay. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, sweet. Folder upload to your drive. You just send the sharing link. Yeah, you should just be able to do that. It should work. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, so, oh, a lot of files there. Okay, so I guess I will add it to my drive and open in drive. And I should just be able to download the whole folder. There we go. Okay, so download. Sweet. Okay, so it's going to take a while. Because it's got to zip up all the files before it downloads them. And it doesn't look like it's going to zip them very fast. So we shall see. Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to take a while. Definitely longer than I thought it was going to take. How big is it, I wonder? It's probably like couple gigs. It doesn't say. Okay, well, we'll get back to that in a second. Yeah, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take to zip. When it zips, it'll download really fast, because I could download 2 GB files in like 4 minutes or something. So it's like, it'll be pretty quick after that, but it looks like it'll take, oh no, oh no way, it's going to be done fast. It just like jumped through and it's now 2/3 done, so, okay. Yeah, I don't think I like this kick, to be honest. It just sounds like too boomy. It's not like thin. Oh, cool. It's already downloading. Sweet. ETA 45 seconds. So, yeah, I don't like this kick. I'm pulling it out. It's not working for me. It just got like this weird slap, and it, like, if you EQ it, it doesn't help. It just doesn't fit with this track. So, yeah. Oh, well. Well, we'll save what we've done. I kind of like what we did. We didn't do much, but we did something. Okay, so, close. Here we go. We have this. I'm just going to create a software instrument that probably won't be that helpful. Yeah. Close enough. There we go. Good enough. I like it. Okay, so now that we have this, let me drop this into my audio work folder. Mixing Avardi. So semi-featuring this track on my channel, just cause that's kind of what we're doing. So this is a track I've already made. It was his first track, and I gave some feedback on it, and we're just curious today to see how we can take this. I forgot what the name of the song is. Slipping my mind. I want to say it starts with a B. Yeah, okay. Let me do this. File. Save as, so we could drop audio into it. I've already. Original mix. Sweet. What the heck? Someone like racing outside or something. This is weird. Okay, now we have that. Lots of audio files. No, we're gonna create new tracks. Put them all on one track. Yeah. Yes, import tempo information. Sure, import the Marcos. Could be helpful. It's like, and then you just put markers there that say like, get eggs later today, because you're just trying to remind yourself and you had the project open. That'd be so funny. Okay. It's got 88 tracks. Wow. That's a lot. That's more than most of my projects go. So. So right now, it's just showing them all as blank. Hopefully because it's just waiting for the waveforms to load in. But yeah, what I was doing before Avardi is I was just working on a track that I made. It's actually kind of interesting in the fact that it starts out sounding like it's like this video game music that's really retro, and then it opens up into this really big like anthem house sort of style, and it's not like a full track. But okay, I'm hoping intro sweep 2 E C D E F G. 1 second. Okay, yeah, these all have audio. It's just taking a minute for Logic to load in and visualize the waveforms. So, to be honest, I don't know if it's actually going to be happy and do that, because it's kind of looking like it's pissed off right now. It's just, we dumped too much in it at once. But that is a shit ton of tracks. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do... oh, wait. Oh, here we go. It's loading the tracks here, you can see. There we go. Faster overview calculation. Yes. So we're just going to have to sit back and relax for a minute or two while it runs through all the overviews, because that's what gives us the waveforms. And it's not super important right now, but we're just going to run that so when I start editing stuff, I can see the waveforms, so I know where stuff is kicking in and etc. So... do. Yep. So, yeah, we'll take a listen to the project, and then from there, I won't start editing stuff till we've listened, just because I want to give everyone else a chance to like hear the track for what it is first, and then we'll go in. But by far, the weakest component of this mix is the mixing. Of this track, I should say. So overall, it's like a pretty solid idea for a track. It does have like me and Avardi were talking. Yeah, they copied our melody. I know. I talked about that on the stream. It was just like, you know, mentioning that we were working on a collaboration, and then there was like this there was this guy that had a drop that sounded like almost identical to ours. And we're like, no. I would like to get back to you on a collaboration, if not the collaboration we were working on. It probably won't be this week, and it might not be next week though, because I'm gonna be pretty busy with this stupid class I'm taking. But I really would like to do a collaboration with you. I'm just like super busy with the class I'm taking. It's killing me. And earlier in the summer, I was doing some stuff elsewhere, and then like I had to do other stuff, and then I had 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks where I was completely free, and then I had to do this class, which is it's killing me because it's really tough. But it's a great class because I'm learning a lot. So anyway, into this track. Take a listen here. This is yeah, it's probably a coincidence, but at the same time, it's a very annoying coincidence. It's a coinkydink. So we're gonna play this back. Take a listen. This is what Avarti made, and we have some thoughts. I had some thoughts on it. I won't get into them too much because I already talked to him about it. But we will get into trying to see like what we could do with this mix. So here we go. I just want to pause this really quick and say that white noise was supposed to be sidechain probably, but the sidechain doesn't go through when you bounce all the tracks. So don't worry about that. We'll fix that later. That white noise is. I would find it and mute it for now, but it might take me a second. So bear with me. Okay, so poor Avarti, misrepresented there. It's just not fair. As you could tell, when he bounced all the tracks using the file export all tracks as audio files, it messes with some things. Like I think sidechain compression, I'm 100% sure it kills, but I know it does some other weird things as well. One of the things that I'm noticing, though, that was probably in your actual project was it looks like you had, like, instead of having one track for your claps, you had, like, a track for your claps that are here, a track for your claps that are here, and a track that are claps for your here. So that's kind of weird to me. I wouldn't, like, personally, I just throw them on one track unless I had, like, two drastically different claps. So I'm not sure what's up there. Excuse me. So without further ado, let's get into this. So one of the first things I'm going to find here is the main instruments, and we'll focus on those. I will just zero out other stuff that I see for now. Okay, and then we're going to try to move things around here. So move that up. Okay. It's a joke, DJ Carnage. I don't know what it does, but it makes it way louder. What was that in reference to? Ultra is... That's funny. Like, way more thumpier. Razor sued him for it. I have no idea what's happening there. Okay, so let's see what we can find. Okay, so I'm going to grab all these, move them to the top. I'll move it right underneath these guys, actually. No, I don't know. So I think this was it. So that's our first filter. Yeah, okay, so actually I think the weird thing is I could almost sort these sections by their length. And we have an impact that was somewhere around here. Where was that? Oh, it's this one. Okay, so I just had it a little bit wrong order there. There we go. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to focus on this section because the weird thing is since we have so many tracks, and it's actually not that many tracks, they're just all put in weird orders I'm just going to focus on this section for now, and then depending on how much time we have, I'll keep moving forward. But if they were like, if each time a particular synth came in, it was on the same track, this would be a lot easier to dig through. Not sure if that was an artifact of bouncing or if it was just, you know, Alvarez's design decision there. So we have these main ones, and we won't worry about the effects right now. We'll zero those out. And we have these three main components. So we have this synth, and then we have this piano, and then we have this bass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my locator. So it's right here. And we have that right section length, excuse me. And okay, so wait, did I just say this was a bass? Okay, it's just a lower piano, my bad. I think glue is like $100. Cytomics, the glue. You used Logic's limiter? Really? Alex, how could you? Oh my. Also, I gotta get your opinion. Alex, what do you think of Waves plugins? Because Waves Gold is on sale for $140 right now. Christian says I should buy it. Okay. Yeah, like, I can't get Logic's limiter to sound any good. It just, like... It sounds like it's always going... It doesn't ever sound like it's actually, like, approaching a dynamics well. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one first is I'm going to go to this area where it's rather active. And I'm going to EQ based on this area. So first of all, this is the big problem frequency throughout the entire track. There's a lot of buildup in this like 200 to 300 hertz area. And it fills out your track rather easily, which is why a lot of new producers tend to like leave that spot rather loud. But the problem is it detracts from what you like psychoacoustically you want to hear in a track that will make it sound full. So what we'll do instead is we'll actually... so we're going to do a little bit of a EQ like that, and then I'm going to pull in... I think I'll just try to overdrive this. And there's only so much I could do to the dynamics because there's so much darn reverb on this. So I'm going to try... I'm going to try to see what I can do, but there's a lot of reverb on this, and I'd personally turn it down. So we'll go grab... where is... what? Did the stream die? Did the stream die? Okay. Okay, so it was fine, sorry. Yeah, buy Waves. Okay, so Alex says it and Christian says it, so I guess I have to buy Waves Gold now. Yeah, okay. I just freaked out. Okay, so I'm going to try something on this. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to try a gate. So we're going to go to the noise gate here, and I don't use this that often. And I need a level meter as well, a big one. Metering, level meter, there we go. Okay, so we're going to try to do this. I'm going to have it at -9. Yeah, okay, so there's not going to be much I could do to get rid of that reverb, unfortunately. So what I'll do instead is I'll try to compress it just to bring up the punch of that lead. So, what up? Yeah, welcome back, Alex. Your death was very saddening to us all in terms of your presence in the stream. Oh, I still have this on. Whoops. Turn off the noise gate. Of course, the stupid thing I just did is I put a noise gate after an overdrive, and overdrive just pulls stuff up more, so I should have been putting it before the overdrive. Okay, so that kind of works. And then I'm actually going to try using one of the plugins I just have a trial for, because I'm wondering how well it'll actually be able to deal with the situation. I doubt it'll be able to do anything. Audio units, plugin alliance, envelope. We'll just see if this doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, it's doing something, but not that much. So we'll just... Meh. Okay, so... And then we want to make this a little bit more hi-fi, so we're going to go with this one. And then we're going to go grab... what would be my next move on this one? Oh. Sorry, I just got lost in the discussion. I missed something. Because some people say to me, like, sorry, my English is really bad today. I'm like, what? You mean you don't speak English natively? Because, like, like, some people, it's really obvious that they don't speak English as a first language. Other people, it looks like they do, but they don't. And it's like, oh, really? Wow. So, it's kind of funny. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I don't really want to compress this right now. Oh, that's what I kind of want. We're going to go to Vox and Go Overtone GEQ, which was in my EQ slot. I sorted my plugin, so it was there technically, but... And then I'm going to do this neat trick. I like puppies. Sorry for my bad Canadian. Okay, so one of the things about pianos is you could, if you limit a piano and you have it like, you kind of have this thin piano and then you limit it, piano, I keep on saying it like that, and you limit it, it gives it like this really bright feel. I'm not feeling W1 limiters so much. I kind of want to go to the multi-band. If I go to dynamics here, limiter number 6. Ha! Now that I've sorted my plugins, turn off this and just go to the peak limiter, ISP precise for that one. Have the ceiling all the way up, high frequency limiting off, clipper off. There we go. Sweet. And then we'll go multi-band, have it on C because that is the smoothest. And that makes it very obvious that somewhere along this line... Now, what I wish I had, but I don't have, is I wish I had a crossfade where I could make the bass crossfade, or a, yeah, kind of like a crossfade where you could just bring it up and then it makes the bass mono. I don't have one of those. That would be why I should probably buy one of the Waves plugins. Use Logic's limiter. Okay, I can try that. Dynamics limiter. Do you mean the adaptive limiter or just a straight limiter? Precision or Legacy? What do you like? Because, like, I don't know. Maybe I've just been using it with Legacy. You guys are lucky. The only plugin that is native to LMMS is the reverb. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yes, it is updated. I actually just updated Logic like yesterday, I believe. And they added a really cool thing. If you go to metering, they added a loudness meter now. So you could actually see the perceived loudness, which is really showing that the left side is really higher in that regard. So, yeah, cool stuff. I don't know. We'll try precision. See ya. Okay, so we'll see how this sounds now together. Okay, so one of the things about this is you could hear there's a harsh frequency up in kind of like the mids, high mids-ish. I'm going to see if I can find it, but it might have been, I'm not sure if this is, I don't want to blame it on Avarti, but he might have boosted that. Okay, the final thing I'm going to do to this, I think, also I'm kind of liking the way the limiter sounds. Sounds pretty cool. Is I'm going to go to Specialized and then drop the exciter on. So... You like to go to Apple stores to produce, and everyone is like, what? Oh my gosh. That would be so ridiculous. That would be so funny. Now, what would be even funnier is if you had like portable speakers you were using as well. But, oh, that's funny. That would be hysterical. I would love to do that. That's on my bucket list now. Oh my gosh. Go to the Apple stores just to produce. Oh, that would be so funny. You just open up GarageBand and start like making a banging track, and they're just like, what is this guy doing? Can I help you? No. Trust me, you can't. That's funny. Yeah. Don't have an Apple store near me for like 30 minutes. Yeah, dude, that would be so funny. I would love to do that. So yeah, this ideally I'd use something else here. Actually, I mean, I could try popping in something else here. You know what? Let's see how. Because I was talking about this plugin earlier, and I really didn't like it, but it could just been what I was using it on. We'll try to use the Vitalizer on this. It might do the trick. Mixing with the gain plugin and not with faders. What do you mean? I mean, like, just instead of touching the faders, actually using the gain plugin? Yeah. On the big screen Mac. Yeah. Also, I think at some point we should all chip in. Wait, Christian, why do you use LMMS? Is it just because you're a Linux guy and you can't get off Linux? Or is it because, it's a free one and I don't know. Like, why do you use LMMS? Let me know because it hasn't seemed to be helping you with most of the stuff I've been seeing. Mixing with the gain plugin and not with the faders. Personally, the reason I wouldn't do that is because the gain plugin is actually lower resolution than the faders, I think. I could be wrong on that one, but it kind of feels like when I've used the gain plugin and I've run automation with it, it doesn't sound like it's as smooth as running it with a fader. So I'm not sure if that's just me, but it kind of feels that way. It feels like they have higher resolution for the faders instead of the gain plugin. Seems like a gain plugin's made to adjust levels drastically, and then you use the fader to more fine tune it. So, it's free and good enough for you. So I propose we buy him a DAW. Really, the faders are lower resolution? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Huh. I mean, so one of the things that's interesting that I know about the gain is when you start to get down to negative 66 here, and you could get all the way down to 96 and really mess with that. But this one, you notice it doesn't have that lower that resolution over that area. Oh yeah, I guess I could see right here from 29 to 80 or 95. That's a pretty big jump there for a pretty small area. But I don't know, for the upper region here, I kind of like it more. This one, now that I'm looking at it, you're right. This one is higher resolution. So maybe, wait. Yeah, this one is higher resolution. 76543. It is, yeah. You're right about that one. Yeah, I haven't tried that just because I like faders, because I like to be able to grab them like this. I don't like dropping a extra gain plugin on just to adjust the volume like that. So yeah, that sounds like something to consider. I mean, for convenience sake, I wouldn't jump on it first. And quite frankly, I'm certain there's a lot of pro producers that just use the faders. So, so I think it probably wouldn't, it would help in some areas, I'm certain, but at the same time, it probably wouldn't revolutionize the sound that I have. So I don't know. I might try it out. I mean, for crying out loud, when you have this much screen space, you could actually run the full mixer at the bottom, and it's not taking up space. So I think that sounds a lot better. Just overall. And then we have a second piano here. And it's good that we kind of left the mids out because they'll layer nicely together. So this one's actually quite nice in terms of how it was dealt out. I'm just going to warm it up a bit with a little bit of overdrive. So open up the tone there. Oh my gosh, this piano is going to be the death of me. Okay, let's see what the analyzer says. Yeah, it's kind of what I meant by like when you have the recorded audio with all the processing that I've already had on it, it's kind of hard to see what was on the chain and know where all this sound is coming from. Yeah, so we'll just call that good. Yeah. Hello. Okay, so Yungin, these guys, yeah. Christian is so, it's so ridiculous that Christian's using LMMS. That's just like, there's no, like, are you trying to be the one pro that uses it? Because, I mean, you could do good stuff, man, but on LMMS, that's like, oh my gosh. So what I'm looking for here is this particular... that area is really bothering me. If you take a listen... we can't, like, boost or cut in this area, because if we cut in this area, it starts to sound, like, really thin. Or not really thin, but it starts to, like, lose the brightness. But if we boost in the area, it sounds, like, nasty and harsh. So that's the hard part about what I'm trying to EQ right now. So... This is probably as good as it'll get. Whoops. Didn't want a compressor on there. Wanted an EQ. It's already compressed enough. That's exactly what it needed. It just needed some more mids there. So that's where I messed up. But that second one, that ended up working pretty good. So, yeah, so I'm sure they've been producing for a while. Well, actually, yeah, it's a pretty good assumption. Really. Okay, so, did right. Okay, so the dynamics of the pianos are great. They're like, it doesn't sound like you, like this one here, you sound like you squashed it. But it actually works really well, having this squashed one and then this not squashed one. The one thing though is everything's like pretty darn round. So, you don't have that, like, that sort of brightness to everything. Okay, so where are we at? Oh, this piano is the death of me. Okay, so this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of this rumbling there. Not too much. And then we're going to drop this. Yay, first time using this today. There we go. Kind of like a... So I'm going to grab the kick next. We'll mess with the kick. The kick is very tight, which is a little bit of a... And it's very centric around this frequency. So probably not the best design for a kick overall. And we'll grab another band here. Like that instead. Let's take a listen to this. The base of the kick kind of rolls in a little bit, but I'm not going to mess with that. So, okay, so we have... Bring that in a little bit better. So this one, once again, it's got too much of that. That should be where it needs to be instead. There we go. Now this would be like one of your decisions more so. Which one is like supposed to be on top? Okay, and then I see you used the piano as a bass line here. That's, you got to be really careful about that because it could sound very, I don't know what's the word, flabby. I don't know. It's not very tight, unless you really know how to shape it, and I don't. Okay, so I see. You could tell by the little blip at the beginning that what's happening is you have a lot of compression on there, and the compressor takes a second to kick in. I mean, like, part of that's mine, but you could tell it's also already on there. So. Yeah, so this one we're gonna have to thin out quite a bit. But like you could tell all the notes blend into each other, so it's hard to work with. So. Oh, this C remix of I Took a Pill in Ibiza is great. Okay, so I missed. Around what frequency should I be focusing on? Okay, I'm missing a lot of chat here. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, so you're talking to them. Yeah. How long have you been producing? A week. Yeah. A week takes that's like really just beginning. You'll start to feel like progress kicking in probably around the first month. It's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. Yeah. Sorry, missing some of it because I'm paying attention to this a little bit too much. Yep. So. And then I would try multiband compression, but you know what? Let's do it. Dynamics, multiband, multipressor. We'll see how this goes. go. And then bring that up. That's a lot of compression on there. But kind of needs it because it's been squashed, and now I'm trying to compress it to bring the dynamics back. Nothing. Okay. Oh, you guys, so funny. Okay, I like this synth. You dropped it in as a background one, but my thoughts are this one should have been the lead. So let's drop distortion on there. That's going to pull up the volume level and add a little bit grit to it. Oh, there's a nice piano. I keep on forgetting there's like all these other tracks that are in the list. I'm going to filter off the low end for this one. Oh, that's the white noise. Where's the other piano? Right here? That's a good sounding piano. Okay, so let's play this from the beginning here, and then I'll go grab the claps, figure out what those are. So, wake these guys up a little. Add some automation here really quick. Whoa, that was not the track I wanted to automate. Okay. Drugs and producing don't mix. Yeah, and that is so true. AMX is like, eventually you'll get good and you'll be like, damn, I can produce. That is literally what hit me one day. I'm like, I can do it. Like, if the old me from when I first started had seen what I'm doing now, they'd be like, whoa, you could, like, if I knew I was going to get that good, I'd totally do it. So, it's a lot of perseverance. Yeah, perseverance is extremely key. Well said, Christian. Coming from the man who uses LMMS. That guy deserves a cookie, if nothing else. Hit the export button. Yeah. Yep. How to get there as fast and efficiently as possible. Yeah. It depends on the purpose. Yeah. That is very very knowledgeable words as well, Christian. Do not expect yourself to be good in any amount of time, because the like when you start like trying to be good is when you lose focus on the music. You need to focus on the music and just enjoy it for what it is, enjoy it for what you're doing, and then one morning you will literally wake up and be like, I could like produce now, and it sounds good, and I like it, and like I don't really have complaints with my stuff as much. Like I mean, there's small complaints, but other people don't even notice them. So, yeah, yeah. So it's you gotta focus more on the doing and less on the thinking. Okay, so I'm gonna bust these together. And then we're gonna stick them in. We're gonna stick a camel audio, camel crusher, and not for the distortion, but for the compressor. Just kind of pull things up a little. Whoops! I want you in there. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do to this one is filter it off, so we got this nice high-end hiss instead. It's like right around there, so it's this nice soft hiss, and then we'll add some side chaining because poor Vardy's bounce did not catch that. Cable guys, volume shaper. There we go. There we go. Whew, it's pretty busy in the... Okay, then grab the claps. I'm gonna bring them up here. Bring them upstairs, downstairs in their nightgowns. You look like you're important, so I'll move you up here as well. Okay, that's the 2 kicks, I see. So one of the things that I'm seeing is I think you're putting too much compression on stuff. I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like these little blips that I'm seeing on the waveforms, where's the best example? I mean, like the markers covering up some of them. But like that, I mean, this one's supposed to kind of drop down, but you hear that click coming in, it sounds like you're compressing stuff. And if that's what you're doing, you might want to be a little bit less aggressive about compressors. They're supposed to be more subtle. And if you can't quite hear them, then it's all I have to say is it's going to be tough. You got to really listen closely and try to pick them up. We're going to split that. I'm going to loop this. So this is a production decision. Normally the mix engineer doesn't make calls like this, but I'm just doing this. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to grab here. The thing about these claps is they're very focused on the mids, which isn't exactly a bad thing. Until you get around that area, then you kind of want to... There we go. Just balance that out a little bit. What just happened there? I think something skipped. Grab this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to do what I suggested should have been done. We're going to drop this one here. And that's not the best way to do that, but we'll deal with that in a bit. Move this one up to here next. Move this one up to here. We'd have to actually fix the trimming there, but we'll deal with that later. And then where the heck is our sidechain noise that we were actually doing stuff with? Somewhere around here. The problem is I don't have a track to actually drop it in. Come on. Okay, so I think these are all white noise. Yep, okay, so where's my other white noise? Tell me. Right here. Okay, so I need to go. Also, I'm going to check the chat in a second and just read through it because I'm curious what you guys are talking about because I'm actually seeing some stuff that I'd like to read personally. My good friend AMX, many props to you. I just listened to your latest track on your SoundCloud, and oh my goodness, I like it. It's good. Good stuff. Is this where it was? Where was it? Lined up there? I think so. Yeah, what the heck? We'll find out. Okay, so that way we have this all in one stack. And then if I go to here and cut that to around there, I can go to all these and do this. Trim them all. Actually, we'll do that. Can we? Boop. Boop. Sweet. I think that works. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. I'm going to cheat. There we go. Okay, so give me a second here. I'm going to read through the comments because I really want to hear what you guys are talking about. Because, like, I'm way behind. Looking forward to that day. Yeah. Zen World is Bay. Okay. Super duper. That's a funny descriptive term. It's okay. Whoa, what happened? I was reading some stuff. Oh, wow, I am really behind. They're okay. Stream is fun. Almost 6 a.m. here in Spain. Oh, man. You have been up a while then, I imagine, Alex. Whew. Yeah. And Christian, man, almost midnight. Well, right now it's barely hitting 9 o'clock. Whew. Can you make a video request? Sure, although I can't guarantee if or when I'll get to it. But yeah, you can request. I should do a fan meetup. I would love to, but I don't think that's like a feasible thing because like maybe 2 people would show up. 2 like really dedicated people. I don't know if that was a legitimate suggestion or not. Okay. Live stream all night. Okay. Who plays Call of Duty here? I play a little bit of Overwatch. Unless you're talking about some other cod, like a codfish. Yeah. You'd show up, yeah. I don't have consoles either. I just use my computer. That's the one perk about having a very fancy computer. Okay, so back to the mix here. I'll try to keep better tabs on the discussion so I don't have to do that again. Yeah, I know YouTube would go. Okay, and Avarti. That would be awesome, just to be frank. If we all like got together and then just did like a, you know, you got 3 people and then just like did a track session. Oh, if I was rich, then I'd figure out some way to set up something like that, because that'd be cool. Especially, like, I would like to see what me, Christian, and Alex can do on a track. And I don't know how well that'd turn out either, because, like, I have a feeling we'd be a little bit of, like, of control freaks. We'd be like, no, do it this way, do it this way, do this. I have an idea. It's just like, it'd probably go a little bit crazy. But that'd be really fun. As long as you don't have to go to California. Why? You not like California, man? I mean, not, at this time of year, it's really hot, but during the winter, it's pretty nice. Well, some areas of California. In LA, the 8th of July, yeah. Whew. Meet up, meet up. For the life of me, I have no idea where that synth is. Oh, I don't know where, because, like, these are the pianos. Where is that synth? Is it up? I'm a little confused. Oh, is this it? That's a bass. Let's add some sidechain to that. Add some sidechain to that. We gonna go audio units, cable guides, volume shaper 4, and then we'll add some sidechain into that. That sounds sweet. I'm gonna go into this one. I'm actually just gonna filter it. I'm gonna do a cut on your bass as well. Get rid of some of that. There we go. And then those pianos need fixing. Which probably won't. Okay, that would be crazy if we all actually did a track together. I mean, by gosh, I probably don't have time right now, but that would be awesome. Oh, that would be cool. Okay, we'll just have a Vardy sing. Tiesto edit. Feet cash. Oh my gosh. Okay, rule. If one of us somehow gets in contact with Kashmir, we have to tell everybody else. Like, I don't care anything beyond that. Like, you don't have to make everyone else, like, get a chance to say hi to Kashmir. But, like, if one of us gets in contact with Kashmir, the first people you have to contact is, you know, if it's, like, the other two of us. Yeah, so, like, oh, man. That'd be cool. That's so funny. So, like, yeah, like, Alex, if you get in contact with Kashmir, you have to tell me and Christian first, and vice versa, all the way around. That's how we're gonna do it. Oh, that'd be so cool. That would be the coolest crap ever. If one host makes it, we all make it. I don't know how that would go, but because, like, I can't DJ for crap. Can either of you guys DJ? I'm curious. At least a picture to show too. Oh yeah, no kidding. That's good. So notice one of the things of already about this particular section. If I take the pianos out, it sounds a lot clearer. So it's kind of like the pianos, for whatever reason, they're really filling up this area, and it's kind of like it's killing the dynamics. It's not it's just like making the track sound like a blob instead of like a very clear, distinct production with various sections in various spots. Like this spot fills out a lot of space in that regard. But once again, you need to like think of stuff. Don't think of that like you're filling out the frequency spectrum. If you think about mixing like you're filling out the frequency spectrum, it ain't gonna work. You need to think of it like there's this space in front of you. And this is why usually you want to mix on speakers, because it makes a massive difference. But like this space, and you're like, okay, what are the pianos doing? Where are they sitting? And if they kind of feel like they're everywhere, then probably not the best idea. I mean, you can do that for some instruments, but it's a little bit tough. Because then you start to like fill stuff out a little bit too much, and you're sitting on essentially everything when you do that. So it can be done. It's mostly done with pads, because pads have no dynamics. They're just made to sit in the background and fill that out so you don't sound like you have gaps in your track. But like a piano is kind of, it's kind of just like on top of everything at the same time, and yet it's not in the front because it doesn't have enough brightness to it. If you had like an example of a piano that goes in the front, a very good example, actually, to be honest, is if we go to Lethal and grab their... Oh, I haven't checked out the EDM pack. They just released it. It's kind of like... I think they're going to be releasing one pack every month for Lethal. I think that's kind of what it is. Not sure, though. Up until next year or something. But where was I? Piano and keys. So, I'm not sure if it's... Oh, I'm soloed. Yeah, it's just a keyboard. So it's like a very upfront piano. That one kind of not, it's not as bright though. It's more that kind of mid-range high. So that one's a little bit brighter. That one's a little... See, that's kind of what I meant by like Lethal is kind of designed for stacking. Like you got like these weird, it kind of sounds like they just EQ'd these ones differently, which makes them great for stacking, but at the same time, they're pretty similar. So that's kind of like the one nice thing, but kind of sad thing. It like reduces your mixing amount, but it kind of like reduces your variety as well. So, yeah. Okay. Kashmir for number one, DJ Mag. I think Kashmir deserves it. He probably won't get it, but oh man, I think he deserves it because he's too generous for his own good, I think. And he's too interactive with fans to be a celebrity icon. Like he's just too engaged with the fans for him to really reach that number one spot. Like Martin Garrix is engaged with the fans, but it's kind of like in this distant sort of, hey, I'm pro and I'm saying hi sort of way. Whereas Kashmir is like, he tries to be very intimate with the fans, and it's just for whatever reason that doesn't bode well for popularity. But it's so cool to see that. He is awesome. Yep. Whoa. Chat is jumping. Nell. We'll just call him Nell. That's funny. Call me Nilium. Skrillex for short. My favorite is DJ Potato. Yeah. Okay. I like potatoes, but not like baked potatoes. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna apologize right now. I asked if either of you could DJ, and I completely missed the answer, and I have no idea where it is. So sorry about that, but yeah. I am actually not making a track or going through plugins right now. I am remixing a track by Avardi. Actually, for reference, since I don't know how much longer we're gonna have, Avardi, can I play back the original and then play back what I've done so far to kind of show the difference between the actual original and what I've done? You cool with that? I mean, like, I kind of already playing. Yeah, it is. Baked potatoes is not something I'm too fond of. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of which, where did Avardi go? Oh, there he is. He's in the, okay, yeah, cool. So I'm going to play this back. This is the original version. I'll just play back some of it, and then we'll go into the one that I did, play back some of it. And then we'll go to this one. And I've kind of only barely touched that section. But overall, I'd say the hardest thing about mixing this track is the fact that there's a lot of reverb on everything. So I don't have any control over how much reverb is on stuff because it's like ingrained into the audio. And I could do a little bit of compression to try to get to reduce the reverb where I feel it needs to be reduced, but there's not much control over that. So that's the hardest part about this track because typically you dial in reverb to adjust where you want the track in the mix, and pretty much everything is like it has reverb on, like it's like really far in the back. So it's not like the piano is the one thing that's like really up front, but it's not suited to be a lead just because of the note progression. So that's kind of my thoughts. Yeah. So 6 a.m. Yeah, probably gonna go to sleep. Yeah, some like I know this is not like the best time for everybody, but it is kind of a different time from my normal streams. So yeah, it's I'm probably not gonna be able to finish mixing this whole track just because as you guys could probably tell, it's like 88 tracks of kind of repeating the same section for the most part. Like so just like the hassle of going through all the tracks and the fact that I'm not going to be able to have like a really great product just because that the reverb is really the one thing that's like holding me back a lot. It's just got a lot of reverb on the track, so I can't adjust them much because if I adjust them, I'm also adjusting the reverb and I can't like, you know, balance the reverb levels. And so it's kind of like, it's kind of difficult in that regard. So Yeah. I'm probably not going to be able to do the whole thing of Artie and redo the mix on the whole track just because, as I said, like, those couple of things are, you know, they're going to make it really tedious to go through and try to do this. So, yeah. And I think it's late for everybody. We've been running for 2 hours. So, what do you guys think? Should we call it quits, or you guys have other ideas, something else we could do? Because if the next thing I'm going to be doing is doing the same thing that I did the other tracks, and then finding same tracks and then doing the same thing, and then once I have everything kind of sorted out, I'd do something. You want me to go back to the project and turn on the reverb? If anything, I would actually prefer you turn off the reverb, and then what I could do is I could actually mix and reverb myself. But that said, it might be the best bet for you to pull off all plugins unless you have a filter. If you have a filter and you're running a filter, or you have another effect and you're running effect, then keep those on. But in terms of like mixing, it'd probably work best to just have like all your plugins off. So unless it like directly adds to it, like let's say you have a piano and you add a lot of distortion to give it to a completely different sound, then obviously keep that on and whatever else you need to do that. But yeah, so and then yeah, you could upload it. I can't guarantee I can't guarantee if or when I'll get to it, just because, like, as I said, it's 88 tracks. So this would be a big project to go through and, like, get everything taken care of. If it was, like, more condensed, because it kind of sounds like it's a total of, like, 32 tracks at most, realistically, then I could totally do it. But with 88 tracks, there'd be a lot of, like, chopping, moving around, finding stuff. And then I could actually get into the mixing. So you want to stay up longer? When am I live again? Okay, good question. Typically, I am live Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So, but that may potentially change in the fall because I might have classes around that time. And but for now, that is currently the plan in terms of when I'm live. Otherwise, I just randomly do streams. When in doubt, I say this in every single time I do a video. Or not a video, but a stream, and someone asks, follow me on Facebook or Twitter. I've been posting a lot today. I don't normally post that much. But most of the time, I only post when I'm about to stream. So, like, if you just add me on Twitter and then turn on notifications, then you'll get a little ding whenever I'm about to start streaming, so you'll know. Most of the time, I don't tweet anything else. Except for, like, maybe run one random thing a week. But if you actually look at my Twitter feed, you'll see there's a lot of stuff from today and yesterday. And that was just because I've been, like, so happy that I got a small break that I was just, like, tweeting out tons of random stuff. So, yep. Okay. So what do you suggest putting reverb on? Okay. So the reason I was saying to pull reverb off of everything was because then it lets me put my own reverb onto the tracks and balance it as I feel fit. The way Avarti has it right now is it's just like too much reverb on everything. So, and rather than just have them reduce the reverb, I'd rather have them take it off so I could adjust it myself and have it where I think it should be. So that was my spiel about why to pull off reverb. Otherwise, you'll find most of your tracks you actually want reverb on it in some degree. Otherwise, they kind of sound like weirdly flat. The one track you do not ever want to put reverb on is your kick drum. If you put reverb on your kick drum, it's because you're doing a style that particularly calls for that in some cases. Like, for certain effects, you put a lot of reverb on a kick drum, and then you get a certain effect. But you wouldn't actually want your regular kick drum to have reverb on it. Not a good idea. So, but otherwise, like claps, hats, synths of all kinds, go ahead and you could put reverb on it. Just don't overdo it. Don't have them swimming in reverb. If they're swimming in reverb, that's the best way to describe Avarti's track right now. Everything's swimming in reverb. If you listen, like, take a listen to the original here. That's got, like, it's everything swimming in reverb. And then I'm going to go to, one of my trance originals, and we'll take a listen to that one. Where is it? Oh, by the way, Christian, we really should redo the mix on Take This Town and release it. I think we might have talked about that before. Here we go. So this is... Okay, so what I'm going to do is to have it fair. It's about the same volume level. But notice how, like, you can't really hear the reverb that everything's swimming in. It kind of just sounds like there's this space, but you can't really attribute it to reverb so much. Some of the things, like the one sort of like dee 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 that you can kind of hear going on. That one right there. You could hear reverb on those, but it's a lot more subtle. It's not like the sort of. Let me go back to Avarti's track. The original, and this one, where you could hear that reverb all in. So that's why you want to be careful about how much reverb you have. But otherwise, don't worry too much about which tracks have reverb. The question is just how much. Yeah, don't follow people unless they follow back. Rule number 1. That is like the worst way to do it. Yeah. So the reverb pushes the sound back. Yes, it makes it sound further away. The more reverb you have, the further away it sounds. Which is why you want to be careful. Because there are some aspects of your track you want to sound far away. Like when you're listening to a trance track, it's very important to push certain things into the back so that you get this very spacious sound. I'll turn this one up so you can really hear it. So you could hear like there's that doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo in the background, but it sounds really far away. That's because it has a lot of reverb on it. So that's one of the things that sounds very far away. You'll notice the keys, the it has some reverb on it, but it sounds a lot closer, and the kick drum sounds like it's right up in your face. And the claps also sound very close. That's because they don't have much reverb on them. Avarti didn't put a lot of reverb on his claps, so kudos to that. It brings the claps up really up front. Yeah, so let me go to the other section here. So that plugin is swimming in reverb. But at the same time, the reverb was also EQ'd so it doesn't sound like muddy and kind of like it just doesn't sound muddy. It sounds a lot cleaner. So it is swimming in reverb, and that's because it's supposed to sound like it's like this really big area around you where this pluck is just kind of like dancing around. So reverb is what's going to be doing a lot of that depth. The other thing is EQ. If you cut off a lot of the high end, then it can push things back. Not a lot of the high end, but as you roll off the high end, it pushes things back a little bit more, and as you turn things down, it pushes things back a little more. So it's a whole bunch of intertwined aspects. So, yep. Okay. Hindsight is great, isn't it? Yeah, it's great after the fact. Well, thank you, AMX, for joining us. It was awesome to have you grace us with your presence. I vote, or I don't know. I'm worried to place bets on who's gonna really make it big first, Alex or Christian. I think if Christian got off his butt and got like an actual DAW, it would help him quite a bit. 2020 hindsight. Yep. Yeah. Almost made a really weird comment based off that, but yeah. So yeah. I think. Okay. Don't know if you've done this before. Go over our collab that we just never really worked out. Yeah, okay. I haven't gone over the collab. I don't think I've played it live. No. Did I play it? I played it live once. I remember because I talked to you about it. And we're like, yeah, we'll just play it. So, yeah, if you could restructure it so it's so condense it, because like as I said, there's a lot of stuff that if you just did subtle changes to it, chances are you could actually just automate it, and it'll make things like it'll make your life easier. You won't have to dig through so much. So, yeah. So, well, see ya, everybody that's taken off. Okay. Young lad, yeah. I know it's getting late for everybody, so we'll wrap this up pretty quick. Meant the stream right. Okay, we could show it. Yeah, I could do it. Let's bring it open. File open. But like the mix, now that like going back to it, this mix is probably gonna be really terrible. Because I remember back when I was working on it, I was like, oh, this mix is just like too harsh, and and now I imagine that's only going to be worse in my eyes. So we'll close that and save it for now. Yeah, we could show it. Yeah, pull it up. Yeah, let's just have it around. Okay, so whoa, that's big. Moment of blindness where the whole thing covers my entire screen. Because it goes from having like a whole bunch of like light colored windows to just suddenly black. It's just like, whoa, where'd the light go? Okay, so yeah, we'll just play this back here. This is me and Christian's collab. And I would hop into this now, but we've been running for almost 2.5 hours, so we'll probably just hop off at this point. Excuse me, just because I gotta be, I gotta stop talking so much. Otherwise, my voice is really gonna go out. Fortunately, I have tomorrow's episode recorded already, and it just finished rendering, so cool stuff. Okay, we'll play this back. Hopefully. Oh, there's a gap at the beginning. There we go. Oh. There's like no master on this. Crap. Okay, let me just drop on... Actually, it's not that bad.
This is how we party.
heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Hit up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Hit up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Let that bass move through ya.
This is how we party.
Okay, so I want to make two notes. Two updates killed this track in a few ways. So, as you can probably tell, this snare build... I noticed this is one of my other projects. For whatever reason, Synthmaster now with this particular type of preset... What? Is there just, like, delay? Maybe it dropped delay on there. Because, like, I was having this issue. Oh, no, it's just fading out. That's what it is. But, yeah. So, for this, for whatever reason, it loops the sample instead of playing it as a one-shot. Which is a real big problem. And it killed one of my other projects as well. So... It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be just like toosh, 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 and then it builds up. So that's one of the updates that killed this. A little bit weird there. I don't know how that happened, and I'll actually talk to the guys at Synthmaster and mention that. But that's a really big problem. The other thing is the vocal pitching got messed up because Logic updated their flex pitch. And I was using that for this, for the vocal effect here, and I have no idea where the heck it is. Here it is. So, the vocals here.
Fill up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Fill up the...
That got messed up. There's actually supposed to be pitching to where the notes sound a lot cooler. But when Logic updated, I guess it just lost it. It's weird. So, yeah, two aspects where this track was kind of screwed over a little bit. Because, like, there should be flex pitch on some of these.
Up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town.
What? Now I don't even know what's going on. It's like vocal transformer.
We don't stop till we take this whole town. Fill up the...
What?
stop till we take this whole town. Fill up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Fill up.
That's weird. I don't know what's going on right now. But I thought I used flex pitch. I didn't use flex pitch. I used vocal transformer, and it's not behaving the same way it used to. I could actually go... let me pull up one of the bounces I have with the track. Bounces... Where is it? Here we go. Final draft. Ha ha ha. Here we go.
Place down, we don't. Fill up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Fill up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Fill up.
So that's what it's supposed to sound like, and it sounds like this instead.
Down. Fill up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Fill up the
So like right around here, it got so messed up, and like right here, it should have that nice...
town. We don't stop till we take this whole town.
It's supposed to go till we take this whole town. That's what it's supposed to kind of sound like.
This down. We don't stop till we take this whole town. Fill up.
But instead it goes take this whole town, which is really weird. So I'm not sure what the heck is going on, to be honest. It's a little bit disappointing. Maybe it's because sample accurate automation got turned off. General, that probably shouldn't be the case. Automation, I forgot where it is. Audio, general. No, yeah, sample accurate automation should be on everything. That's weird. Okay, so back to the chat. Oh, oh, that's so funny. Why did the compression go to the hospital? Because of hard to... Ha, ha, ha. That's good. I like that. That's pretty funny. That should be your job. Just open up Logic and come up with puns. Ugh. Why don't you think we just figured about this track? Yeah, I think it's like, it's not the mix. We're just gonna have to, we'd have to like fill in different synths. I'd have to fix the vocal, which by the way, anyone want to hear what the original vocal sounds like? Cause what the heck? This is what the original vocal sounds like. Listen to it in mono. It'll just make things easier. Sounds like this. Might be able to recognize it.
Fill up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn it up, we gon' burn this place down. We don't stop till we take this whole town.
Fill up the
And then actually, I just did vocal transformer and some compression and crap like that.
Fill up the floor, let the bass move through ya. Feel that heat, let the fire consume ya. Turn.
It's cool stuff. Yeah, Avardi, if you do that, if you could actually take off the mixing plugins and restructure the song so it's not 88 tracks, if you could bring it down to less than 30 tracks, I could definitely do it really, like, I could probably do it within a week. And the reason I say a week is because it just depends on my availability. So it'd probably take me actually, like, sitting down with it for, like, 2 or 3 sessions total. So, oh, that's good. So yeah, after the drop, that was a winding down. Okay, so there's 2 of them. There's one of them that Christian made and one of them that I made. The first one is a simple sine drop, which is rather popular, and there's a whole bunch of tutorials on it, so I'm not going to talk about how to do it so much. Basically, you just get a sine wave, and you drop the pitch using automation. Where is this? It should be around here.
This is how we party.
There we go. So the first one we have is this sine drop, which I kind of layered his with mine, I believe. I don't remember where his is. Is it here? There we go. So he has this really deep sine drop. So that's his. And then mine is right here. This probably... So we have 2 of them layered on top, and it actually gets this pretty nice overlapping rumble, which may be phasing. Now that I think about it. Yeah, it's phasing. But it just kind of like... It kind of gives it a little bit more depth. But it's phasing. And then the other thing that we have is this. No, not this. Is it this? And that one, I believe I actually made that myself in Synth Master. So I kind of made, there was a pad here. And then what I did was I used the tremolo and a few other things. So like if we play this back.
This is how
Oh no, mainly it was just the tremolo that I did there. So that's a pretty cool effect there. I just had the tremolo start so it was like really fast and then it slowed down. And then I opened up a filter that I had on it. So, am I streaming tomorrow? Maybe. I don't know. I might. It depends. Because I have one project I need to work on a little bit. And other than that, I shouldn't have anything, but I'm definitely not going to be doing it in the evening. Because tomorrow in the evening, I'm going to be back with my family because it's 4th of July, which is National Fucking Lynch Day. To be honest, it's kind of awkward thinking about it that we still celebrate 4th of July. It's just like, yay, we're no longer ruled by England and we're still rubbing it in your face. It's kind of funny now that you think about it, but founding of our nation also when we kind of said, England, go somewhere else. This is our place. So it's really weird in that regard. But anyway, yeah, it's the 4th of July. So tomorrow evening, Sunday, and Monday, I'm going to be hanging out with my family. So not going to get any production done or anything like that. Videos coming out tomorrow. Usual time being sometime during the day. It's done. I just need to upload it and post it. So... Oh, that's a good joke. What happens if you give Christian a shitty DAW? He'll think it's good enough. Please stop using LMMS. Like, if you were using Reason, I'd be like, okay, I mean, like, Reason's not my thing, but, you know, you like Reason, you could use Reason, that's for you, okay, sure. That'd be kind of acceptable. Because, like, Reason is professional grade despite the fact that I don't think it's really suited for a lot of EDM stuff. That said, you're using LMMS. Like, at least use Reaper. Okay, yeah. Well, great jokes, you guys. I could see going on there. You guys are pretty funny. Producer jokes are good. You know what we should do? We should start like... Oh, by the way, I was thinking I might actually start like a Reddit, a subreddit for us to hang out in and actually chat. Just about random stuff. So, may do that. Keep an eye out for an announcement on that. Might just create a subreddit for us to hang out in. That way we have a place where we can just chat. And we don't have to worry about, like, we're commenting on videos. It's just actually, like, a really cool place to hang out, chat. But I might do that. So, I don't remember. I had a name for it, but I forgot what it would end up being. Anyway, cool stuff. Wrapping up. I'm done. Nothing else. It's time for me to chill out for the night and just kind of not talk. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And keep an eye out for stuff in the future. As soon as this class stops like sucking all my time, I'll be doing a lot of stuff on this channel. It's like I've just kind of given up on... making anything out of this channel in terms of like it making a return or making a career for me. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to have fun with this channel while I can. And I'm going to try to keep that running as long as I can. So thank you guys so much for showing up. You're new here. Also a Reason user that hates Reason. Yeah. It's great having you guys. For those of you that are just hopping in the stream, I apologize, but we're wrapping up. It's time. We're done. And I'm just kind of like, I'm dragging out this goodbye because I don't want this to be done. It's been great. And, yeah. Also, when in doubt, chat with if Alex and Christian are in the stream. That's AMX and Christian Eld. If they're in the stream, pay them, like, try to get their attention in a very subtle way, to where you're like, you're just talking about something, you catch their attention, and you're like, oh yeah, I made this track, maybe you could check it out, give me some thoughts. And trust me, they have a lot of good feedback to share. So I'm not the only one that has production advice. Those guys are awesome, and really kudos to them. I'm glad they're on the channel. It kind of gives me a chance to have other people to, you know, give second opinions, because they have contrasting opinions to me sometimes. And, you know, it just shows you that it's an art, and also I could be doing things wrong. So I'm not just gonna say it's an art, do whatever you want. I could be doing things wrong sometimes, and they help bring me back in check in some regards. So thank you everybody so much. I love helping people. Send me all your shit. Yeah. So cool stuff. Cool stuff. Good guys to hang out with. They're not in the stream too often, so if you catch them, worship them. And anyway, yeah. His SoundCloud. I'm not just gonna post up their SoundCloud by like putting a link in the comments or anything, or in the description or whatever. You guys can go out of your way to find them, or you could just wait for a stream, because I don't want them to just be spammed with all the questions related to this channel just randomly. You know, if they want that, they can comment on one of these videos here after they go up for the pre-recorded stuff, or the recording. Okay, you want me to just put the link to your... Okay, I can put the link to your account. But, yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Logic can open GarageBand files. Wow. Oh, man, I lost my mouse for a second there. And then I was like, where's my mouse? And I just got dizzy for a second. Okay, so, by the way, I'm following Christian and Alex. So if you ever want to find Alex, go to my SoundCloud, and you should be able to find him. He's AMX, but I'm not posting him because I haven't got explicit permission from him, just to kind of spread his account. But he'll probably be fine with helping out. Say your name. I'm gonna butcher your name pronouncing it, but Gail Martinez Gomez, I believe. I think that's Gail. So there's Christian SoundCloud, because I know he can't post links in the chat, and I will post it underneath the typical links in the description as well. So awesome guy. He has some great feedback, and I wouldn't say take his word as law. I would say take it almost as law. He's pretty darn good at mixing, and he can make some pretty good productions as well. So, cool stuff. I mean, trust me, man, Gail, that's not going to get you too far. That's why I don't mind saying people's names in streams, because, like, I could say it, but it ain't going to do anything. But it does, yeah. Can you make mods on YouTube streams? Actually, I might be able to. Put user into... Oh, yeah. Christian, you're now a mod. Congratulations. So, enjoy. You're now a mod. And, you know, I'm going to go through and find Alex and make him a mod as well. And he'll be like, what? I'm a mod?
Look.
Oh, my... There are these two massive crickets in our room. I was like, why is Brennan freaking out? I'm going to have to ask him in a second. Yeah, that's kind of scary. How did they get in here is my question, because it should be all closed stuff. Okay, so, and Alex is now a moderator. Sweet. Okay, well, I gotta go to take care of the crisis. Yeah. Christian's like, I have the power. Yep. Okay, well, I gotta take off. We got a problem with bugs, so... anyway, I will see you guys later. The stream has been awesome. I would love to stream tomorrow. Sorry about clipping the mic there. I would love to stream tomorrow, but it all depends. So, thank you guys so much. I had a blast. It was awesome. My throat hurts. I'm done talking. Right now. Seriously, this time. I'm certain.